They started reacting.
Yeah.
And that's what we said. People needed to have sat. You know, comprehension in listening in this country is a very serious problem. We think that we always need to score political points because we're in a political space. We need to always wear political garment. You have clogged your eyes, your ear, your brain, your sense of thinking to the extent that your party should be supreme or your opinion should be supreme above the country. So you blind yourself with things that you market your ignorance and you belittle yourself to the outside world because you want this to be. Those are some of the things we said yesterday and we continue to say today.
And it's affecting us.
Too early when some of our officials who are key actors in the political space when they're speaking, it's a problem.
Some of them have already lost relevance.
Yes, it's a problem.
Now, you see, what we're saying to the folks, when this thing came up first, remember that Kofa went with this case to the lower court first.
Yeah.
And we're even asking the court to label the group, their actions unconstitutional. And we were asking, if this is unconstitutional, where then do we go? Now, it seems to be, it has come to the point that if the president, that's why he's taking his stance he's taking. If the president just agreed with what the Supreme Court says, then he has validated the fact that everything that the majority black did is unconstitutional, is illegal. Even the budget, we were asking why were the hastening of the budget passed? Why were the executive branch looking at the majority black doing business? It is said that the body group.
But you heard what the executive said on the budget came to them. As far as concerned, it's a normal process. The budget was sent to the secretariat, and the clerk received it and said it was forwarded to the majority block. So what the executive will not record the budget, except they review the budget and say, "No, we'll send it back."
So all of those issues pointed fingers to the executive in the circle of this process here. Now there are several instruments that the body that you remember they had a meeting, the entire association, the folks of the majority bloc, the alliance, about 20 political parties, stands with the executive in this matter here. Now it's troubling. If the president accepts the ruling, that means the 2025 budget will be illegal. Civil service salary increment. Now they're even saying that the folks from the Supreme Court came and argue
the full bench about the retroactive salary pay that they all have received in the budget. So
the harmonization process,
they should restitute or reform in the process.
So the harmonization process that caught the Chief Justice and the other associate now, they took it back. The Chief Justice making about 60,000. The Associate Justice is making about 40,000, and Civil Servant now had an increment. So if that's the case, if the president accepts, all of those are illegal.
And what is so confusing is that some of our legal luminaries growing up that we knew to be very astute, they are all divided on these things. They are all divided. You hear this other legal counselor at law on the other side giving his own interpretation, another group of people on the other side defending. But these things are normal things in law. You know, law are logic. But when it comes to the constitutional matter and being interpreted with the opinion of the full bench, then we look at where do we go from here. And for the majority black, 2 lawmakers are already left.
Yeah. Austin Taylor
and Bernard Benson.
Yeah, they have said they stand with they have gone back. They were there before.
According to what we don't want the flip-flopping from them.
It just shows how the people.
We don't want them flip-flopping. Because at the end of the day, other people who on the side of the rule of law caucus and say that watch is about we still not going nowhere. We stay in the state. Why now we just go to sit on cool. And we also not say, but we said we can get a number 2 to constitute a quorum. Then let's go. We're going back because we have seen it. They have done it.
What we're also observing is that we are getting some inside information evident by this crossover, this crisscrossing. Some of them were Kofa before they went to Kun now. They stay where from now. They are saying that they're going to Kofa. We are hearing that there are some folks already have agreed to go to Kofa.
But that's why I said just now.
Then you notice that the majority black saying we stay with our files, but you see the number to reduce it. Are they playing with the country? Are they having the country in mind? This is serious. Are they doing it just in a selfish interest?
Okay, what happens if Kofa reaches the number 49? Meaning, he will have.
No,
I'm saying something. Maybe that the D now they only working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Or probably Kun also will be working behind the scenes. Gentlemen, colleagues, you come on the side, let's get it done.
Yeah, let's get it 49.
Yeah, let's get it 49. Then, but
if Kofa get it 49,
yeah, his number seems to be reducing. One, some folks from Kofa reportedly threatening to move from there to reduce the number. So it's just flip-flopping up and down. If fluctuating. 1 minute the number is up on the other side.
And the number is down. Want to set enterprise. And we saw this, that we were asking the president to get involved, because in all that they would do, at the end of the day, it will affect the executive. You saying that separation of power, right? But you still recognizing the team line according to this entire process. But mind you, on the general sense, if the actions from the executive, from the first branch of government rather, will usually affect the executive branch, because the executive takes control of the country. You see what's going on now? So even now, the fear of President Parker is all the things they are constituted. We go 4 months in a year, and his government is selling gradually. They have a plan of about 8.6 billion or so for the country in 5 years period.
The developmental.
Yeah, the ARD.
Yeah.
Now they are 4 months. If they agrees with the fact that the Supreme Court and they label all of these actions are taken unconstitutional, where does the government go? Ambassador, we advise these people to take charge of the matter ever since.
And I don't know why they're waiting for a statement to come from the U.S. embassy, because most of the time, those are the people who listen to the European Union. When they make one statement, then we want to make sure that we want it.
The president stands, if they wait for a statement from the embassy, they will not like it. Because do not try to go on inside and say, me say something up, that area there, it will be general LIBERIA. Imagine, like I said, they had a salary equipment, sales and happen around here. Rescue all in the attention and say, we're getting better. The best president equipment salary health workers, including doctors, nurses, medical consultants, health and life insurance for the police officers, all these things that come up. The World Bank loan agreement, they passed important legislation for the smooth operation of government, all these things. If the executive agree with the ruling of the code, all of these things will be unconstitutional. And mind you, like I heard you saying this earlier on, Selen Yuo got nothing to lose. She got nothing to lose. Selen Yuo, the chief justice of this country, had nothing to lose, because she was running her ruling, making an opinion as the chief justice of this country, and not too long.
She lives in June.
And she lives on the people. Look what retiring. And you're being forced to pay her benefit.
As a matter of fact, after retiring, she still receives half of what she
will still get her benefit.
She's earning in other benefits.
Well, you won't government, you'll still pay her. And the other bookers who are there as lawmakers, who don't understand themselves, they will still be getting their salaries. And the government now will be, if, this thing will change this government to a tyrannical government. And it will be a disappointment on my part, in my generation, to live and hear that President Joseph Boga will tend to be a dictator, or will tend to be a tyrannic leader, or will tend to be a arrogant leader to say, I will do everything possible just for my government to run. I will not listen to the law. I will do everything and anything possible to make sure my government run. It will be a disappointment on my part living in this generation, in my age and time.
That's why you see most of the time people point finger at the legislative branch of government. I don't know as to whether they know the kind of a power they possess.
They don't.
Because you get elected. This president or no president will appoint you over there. You go to the people in the districts, in the counties, you give them all of the blueprints. You identify all of the problems. They accept and they call you such honor to represent them. you go and turn yourself as though you were appointed.
Yeah.
Just come to think about the power. Article 50, when the president is honoring his right to address the nation. He don't have a seat there.
No.
He goes there to deliver to you people, make report.
You know, Ambassador, even that State of the Nation address, Liberia had different sides of issues. But at the end of the day, when they saw Kun sitting down, they wanted the president. Everybody just believed that everything was just normal. For the beginning of this thing, we are not a normal state.
But and what is so confusing into this matter as well, the dissenting opinion from Associate Justice Judge Yamin Besi, some of his colleagues from the legal side are also criticizing him because earlier on he was president too, who also declared initially that these people ultra-violent or wrong. He went at the court during the opening term of court and said the reason why they did not attend the president's State of the Nation address because their presence will legitimize Richard Kun speakership. And then after the ruling, you come back and say, if we say the people wrong, then why we start to pass the budget? So where do we go and?
I'm attempted to agree with the Bon County lawmaker that talk what he made was legal talk. Yeah. Because to hear, I will offer you a favor. I'm tempted because to hear that he just made a statement to come again on the 23rd to make another statement that contradicts himself is a question on his part. Are we not thinking about the country? I'm thinking about the country. Look at what happened down there. We get the day or one of the scene that was watched when we saw the chairs turn over. They carried chair. Who took the chair over? They had no time to investigate. You see that? The house, even the majority black house sitting in the joint chamber, they never had any time to investigate. And those chairs was the very first time in the history of this country that those chairs were bent over.
And if you look at see why they don't even because see the power when you read Article 58 of the Constitution. They say the president shall on the 4th working Monday in January of each year present the administration of legislative program for the ensuing section and shall once a year report to the legislature on the state of the republic in representing the economic condition and the republic, and the report shall cover expenditure as well as income. You see what power? The president reports to no other person
but to them.
So it tells you the kind of power you got. Why is that exerting the power? Why is that here?
But they go to start begging the executive.
That's why you see I don't subscribe to people who want to say they blaming the president. Because look, as powerful, as rich as Donald Trump is, see what they do here in America. Even his own party, there are things.
But when they put right deal with him.
There are things. He became the second president in American history to be impeached.
But
But impeachment does not necessarily mean removal, but it's a charge.
No, we can do even reach that level.
It's not only good to carry that camp. He got that record with him.
People
from the party voted.
With the way in which our lawmakers prostrate themselves to the executive, I don't even think we'll reach that stage. Because the executive just says when they bundle the money, they're confused.
I told you sometimes, and I say, sometimes some of these actions are delivered because they know one party will be willing to put the money up front.
Sure.
You know, initially when it started, it became a money-making thing.
Sure.
One person won't show that they got money, they can get. So people started to do double standard. They will drop 1 minute, they're on this side, in the night, they go to cross over to the other side, they know that anything will come in.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they are not seen to these things.
So they only care about how much I told you we get the last time that they love because they only even when they are discussing concession or whatever, they only taking how much let me get close sound. How much we taking? Because I go certified agreed. Imagine lawmakers left to go to one hotel to sit down there. Doing what thing?
And they were brave to tell us that they were on camp.
Yeah, on camp. People like that. People who having the mantle of authority to decide for the country. to make law, representation, oversight.
And yet,
In a small country.
Yeah, the fun now. I'm sure a lot of people have not been able to capture it, but this is it. Now, the ringleader, the man who are the focus point for the majority black, has been elected as senator. He's senator elected in Nima County.
Yeah.
He left that matter to the lower house with all resolving, and he gone up.
He gone.
Who knows whether he carry another primary up there?
And there were questions. Remember, just about the time the Supreme Court was about to announce this whole ruling, which was a landmark ruling, the president got involved. He said that
Ellie Jones said all sorts of names, and she spoke at the close of the year in her all right, talking about the impasse there, especially the burning of the John Chima was a threat, and it was a shame to democracy, all of these things. And now, the rule of law have drafted
a
resolution to the president, the former president, to look into this matter, to see how they can bring Speaker Kofa's ship to an end and create a space for a free, fair election for the next speaker. It's Kung willing to open and say, yeah, okay, I will step aside, let's go to the contest.
Yeah. Kofa step aside, Kung step aside.
And don't forget now, the CMC political leader Musa Berede said, even if it costs him to use $1 million to destabilize or to make sure that Kung does not become speaker, he will do it. You know,
over in trouble.
Then the people don't like to hear you talk about some of these things.
Because will the executive agree to the thing that Ellen Johnson step inside?
Well, who knows?
But that's another issue.
She former president. Maybe they could write the former president to
Judge Weah.
But the way he too has spoken into the matter, how they will reign. Kofa from a party and he don't want to see Kofa go. So how do you sit on the round table? He himself issue a letter too.
You see, this president is in trouble.
I said to you on the platform a couple of weeks, I said this woman is suffering.
Yeah, woman, I believe it.
Let me tell you today, from probably Joseph J. Rao to President Bouaka, if you look at our president, you see the confidence on their faces and you look at the intent. They are not being bad intent for this country. But you know that they're surrounded by bad set of people. You think former President George Weah have any bad intent? No. I say that repeatedly.
Sure.
But the folks who are surrounded around us. And you know, as a president, you will not be a dictator. This is a democratic country. That's why you dedicated responsibility to people.
Yeah.
So that you have to respect the opinions and view from these people where it come. You will not just reject it because the president is not everywhere.
And now he having forces from within, having forces outside.
Yeah.
He already in trouble with folks from the executive, dealing with them on the cabinet, putting very heavy responsibility on them.
He also under pressure from people for the United Party within the party yet to have job in government. The pressure was in they want job while he taking on it. Then you got people who also who collaborated with the party to bring them to where they are today. They have not gotten job. The pressure on it. Then the allegation of widespread corruption, administrative agency, and all of these things. So I mean,
the president was on the last time speaking with several words of encouragement to international partners, donors, to support him strongly in this fight, that he should be able to succeed. And reading a serious mandate to his colleagues or a code of officers to make sure that the dream of this government work in order to alleviate the Liberian people from the problem they're going through. Now, the pressure now, the legislative branch, the first branch of government, who also have a very serious mandate that they are actually affect the executive branch strongly.
And there was this rumor coming up, and we try looking at things. And Liberians, I will give them the analysis. it's my candid opinion that all of what you see unfolding, is care is not taken, or we wash from the look of things. This thing is intended for 2029.
Sure.
There are a lot of folks who want to be president or want to be the vice president. We are hearing Thomas Fala, he wants to stay with Coon. That's why you see he stay with Coon. Honorable Snow also is harboring ambition to be president or vice president.
We hearing that they want to oust Chihuahua Taylor to make him the vice president of George Weah.
And you got Jeremiah Coon, who currently the vice president, also want to stay his president to make sure that he's also being seen as a potential candidate to replace President Bouaka if he's not recontesting.
We also see the man who's standing by Kofa. He's now the newest political party chair and political leader. He also having the mind to contest to become president of this country. Who knew what Kofa said when began to run for president of this country?
If they are harboring, if true now, if they are harboring these ambitions, they should not strangulate the country.
This is exactly what is going on, Ambassador.
But I just told you, they
this
should not
is exactly what's happening.
the country.
And if the woman think that he has the best of team around him, he should also be aware that these people are also part of the other side.
And that's why he said, and I expect him to be true to his words, that if you are thinking of the next election, just leave the position, go campaign.
Yeah.
Go sell yourself. Because you cannot be in an elected position already, when you elected, you there, 2029, you reach it, then you start thinking about 2029 and leave the real issue that should be addressed currently.
The purpose of which they are placed in the position, you are only fulfill half.
When you're thinking ahead, you in the present and you leave the present, you go straight to the future and be standing there.
Yeah. When he saw his vice president, during the time the death of the senator, he said, the mandate will be president, I'll be president of the country.
Yeah.
You go do that, you. So the mandate you've been given now, is it possible that you will fulfill the mandate?
You listen to Senator DeLong.
Yeah.
You listen to Senator DeLong that, look, what happened is this. We never wanted the government to crash. We never needed the government when seven will not get paid. So we acted swiftly as editors.
Yeah. Well, they were putting
now,
the person in
after the ruling, he said they're going here in Senator Snow, they are going to inform the Senate for them to do the right thing.
So you mean I did the wrong thing?
Were you part of the wrongs? In the name that you said because you wanted civil servant to take pay. It was the same thing that they talk about the issue of allocation on the budget.
Yeah.
And so I say it was not intentional, or the intent was to help other ministries and other agencies. So that's why we did what we did, but it caused no damage.
So the hastiness into the process have led up to this stage. Or the executive wanted to pass the budget so you can move on. The other people, they say, let's just pass it so the government can run. Now, here we are. So, now making the president to be seen as a lawless president. Because if you're not hearing to the Supreme Court ruling, what should be the thinking of the people? You see? But then they were to be the ones, it's not that because the executive wants something. Once it is now good for the country, the first president of government can say, no, let's correct this thing because this thing will suffer us tomorrow. But they don't care. So it just shows that anything that the executive send, whether it's good for the country, they will pass it. They don't care about this thing.
And you see, the draft proposal that was sent to the former president, there's another thing that will be there. When these people meet to discuss this matter again. They said they call for the resignation of the battle speaker, Fanatic Kofa, and the conduct of a free, fair, and transparent election to select a new speaker. Now, the majority black say, I agree, but the man no longer speaker. How can he resign when he's no longer speaker? But the Supreme Court have said this man is a legitimate speaker.
Then how can the other man who they say is not legitimate be able to come on the table and sit as a legitimate person and say, lay down your arm, lay down your thoughts, and let them rearrange the process and go to an election.
And after the ruling, the embattled speaker extended an olive branch
to
his colleagues. Say, look, let's meet. I will call Thomas Fala we'll talk to other lawmakers. Let's sit on the round table and see how we have the matter resolved and move the country forward. But there are folks who also say, Honorable Kofa, there are folks who are saying, Honorable Kofa, you have won.
Yeah.
It's time. You say yes. You know, Honorable Snow was speaking the last time on one of the radio. He made mention of that. He said, I went through the scene, but I knew I could not get that working relationship from my colleague. There was no way possible they were actually going to be cooperating. Most of the time, someone they were going to be reneging, as a classical in going to section to discuss issues. At the end of the day, you would never come to a quorum to have section. And that place is a place where you must have the respect and the comradeship from your colleagues. When these things are lacking, only one group of people suffer, the Liberian people.
Liberian people?
Because with all what you people doing, all of the knowledge you people have, you're receiving your salary and benefits.
Yeah.
The reign leader, after all, he's been senator elect for Nima County. When he's sworn in as a senator at the Senate, they got to buy him one car again. He will carry his representative car with him. And afterward, he will go back in Nima County and wants to be the man who will go lay somebody's hand up to replace him.
Oh, but you know that, man. Don't even talking low. The man already seen.
You know, what we have seen in Liberia in the last 10-15 years is just to show how manpower one person has.
That they are so personal greed, Weekie. They're so personal greed. All they're doing is just about themselves.
The other person will show, the Lord won't show how powerful he is. He must rather across the country, he's a voice to reckon with. The other representative will come. You know, you got one other representative. Member of all the political parties. When the other party having something, you go there. The other party having something, you go there. You saw people at the crowd say?
Yeah. They call back. Member of CDC paying due. When the ANC having program, go there. The other people having program, go there.
The other party people, you were there again the other time.
So who are you?
Politically, you got to be stable and focus on the job that the people give you.
But you said something to the people. You said something to them that encouraged them to say, let's vote for you instead of the other people. You see, like we are saying time past, that particular branch of government have been a very serious problem. Because they are the most powerful person, but they don't know. They think that the executive is powerful. Look at what we heard last time. It's more lawmakers saying that there be an intent of them allegedly that they can put money in the budget to send to ministry and go for it. They take it
and you know, some of the young men and women yesterday that everybody saw the potential are, you know, relevant leaders that when they are sent to the national scene or to key position in government, the talents, the knowledge, the experience will come out, will be seen. But today, we see some of the young voices yesterday, today, who are key national leaders at the level of the national legislature, are the ones who are becoming serious problem for the country.
Sure. Eh?
Are the ones who are becoming serious. So, you know why? That's why we need a total reform of our laws. Because the normal young people that are flopping and managing the way to get where they're causing serious problem. They're giving the old people who are a very, very hard time.
The ones that are there with depending on to bring sanity to that area, they are the ones causing the very serious problem.
Yeah, then the other people, they are not many. They know, some of them know the sole purpose of which they are there. But they are not in the numbers.
Okay. We don't see any change. We yet to see changes.
So why these things were happening? There was this issue of Roman again that was dispelled by Senator Snow, that there was plan to have the protest removed.
Yeah.
That had already been laid to rest, or the cover area
No, they
wait for the appropriate time.
They waiting for Congress
to start their own, or they waiting for the one for the lower house to finish, because if the lower house is still ongoing and they start up, that people don't have legislative branch of government again.
They waiting for some of your Congress coca to keep your ball rolling. What is that? You know? Yeah, we want to think about the lawmaker and people just selfishly getting with themselves. Okay, this morning
it's time. Yeah, we go for the Mary Maga Healing Center International there in Bonasfa, the Mary Maga Hot Tea. Yeah, so some of you there are a lot of folks who've been calling, and some of them have gone there, they are purchased, and they've been calling to one or two persons are even there calling me. I'm already here and I'm taking my first dose. So and the person,
there are a lot of success stories coming up.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you to take a bold step. You may just be one step closer to your healing.
You got a person ask me, "Oh, you have taken?" So I said, "Yes." I said, "Get there, they'll give you the tools, they'll give you the measurement." The thing, another thing, they'll carry home, but they will, practicalize it. You will be taught. But let's go for the commercial, and we'll be right back this morning to talk about it more this morning.
One thing we ask of you, one thing that we...
The people are into selling Mary Maga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Mary Maga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Mary Maga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you're complaining with your stomach. You say, my stomach hurting, my mom, my stomach hurting, my wife, my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework good. You come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework good. Your woman tells you say, "Bad limit, man." Sexual weakness in both men and women, they Mary Maga hot tea, it can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Mary Maga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Mary Maga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Mary Maga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Mary Maga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Cindy Galima.
Okay.
I live in Kolahu, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. Okay. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my outside have not been too clear, but it makes now I can see a distance, see very clear. And also, as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. Wow. If I can leave on the defense, go score and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active.
That's great.
As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it work perfect.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital, but that time she almost died. I need same for my people and the kid. And when I hear the news over here, I have brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call her, she was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people they come here, they need testimony.
All right.
So they medicine. And that's when we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. But they test when people see what I want, every time people are going to come here for their medicine.
Okay.
So their medicine, but they're doing well. My mama, yeah, she was not working. I was paying for in your house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
I was gonna give it a bag and you get category. But I call a bag. Can I? Okay. Now I said you see that for away you. Can I hang on the little now go mama, can no mama. I got no mama.
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you were suffering from?
Our foot problem. Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was working? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea, for small money. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 LIBERIA. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Motorado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the Block Factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361 and 0776 369805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. So rush now and you will live happily.
Our prior sponsors, and to be frank with you, our platforms are opened. This program also, the Cool Morning Ride, is open for sponsorship
As well as the heat as well.
The heat, all of our programs.
So if you tell us you want to sponsor the first segment, or you want to have a sponsorship for 30 minutes into the program, we don't have a problem. You want 1 hour, we don't have a problem. Just come and sit with the management team, and we all can come to one. We can sell the goods on the shelf. It's just normal. If you've been there for years or months, and you tell nobody, even if you hire a shop in the dungeon, nobody knows the place. Just tell us.
We can bring it up.
We can make people to flood in there, and you'll be wondering. But I thought, I got other big businesses in front of me. Why people are leaving these businesses and just coming my way? That's why what we do. That's why we.
And the Mary Maga is our prize sponsor for 1 month. As a matter of fact, we said this to you. There are testimonies. Go there and get your doses. And be able to take it. You can go there first and try the first one.
The data short on supply, we'll make sure to have you informed that the data short. So even if you got rice, new set of rice coming in time, and you got your rice store, you want to sell it, and all of these things, let us know the taste of the rice, the kind of a rice you did. You got to bring the rice, to cook it, and get a taste of it, and before we tell the people, because they think we went there ourselves, we took it right there, and we took our doses home.
And we said to you, if you got rheumatism,
Yeah.
Some of you suffer from ulcer, long time. You have gone places and see no solution. Some of you women got growth.
Some of you got sugar. Some of you got low blood pressure, stroke,
diabetes,
all
all those things. The Baramaga is a supplement that strengthens the body.
Yes.
Sometimes you may be taking it for example, you are diabetic, you're taking it for diabetes. When you go low, you get eye problem. It will also help you. You got
it's herbs.
Also, it will help.
Right in Nigeria, from leaves, trees. Right here. That's something. Say, oh, they brought it from Ghana, they brought it from Nigeria, they brought it from India. It's your own.
Yeah.
And people been giving their testimonies into this matter.
You yourself too, you go and testify. The Baramaga is a bananas farm, over opposite the tissue factory.
Yes.
It's a little footpath in the community. Just about less than 1-2 minutes, you see the symbol or the banner on the wall. It's in the fence. It's in that fence. You can go there. You can go there first and try to inquire to know the side effect. But a matter of fact, 100% recognizable, side effect free. As a matter of fact, you go there.
And they are not operating with all accreditation or license.
Sure.
All of the ministry agencies that you have gone to make sure verify and have all of these things tested before accrediting them. When you go there, you want to ask for the paper you want to see, they will show it to you as well. Then I say bush, then I can carry camel seed. That place is take out a slip under the door before you enter.
Yeah.
Then you go and see one little rare cloth with pantages and other things in it. No. Nobody going to tell you say like your mother-in-law did it to you. They don't consent there.
I was also astonished when they're talking about the rub. That same Baramaga was in the sachet where you can put in mixing with pour water. You can use it for pain relief.
Yeah,
you rub it to your body where there are pains.
Yeah.
It can really help.
It's even on sore as well.
Yeah.
So they will show you how to apply it.
Sure.
They will show you how to apply it. It's not something like how before we just go get the herbs. You just carry the anything. Don't speak to anybody in the morning before you drink it.
Yeah.
Or don't eat before you drink it. The only thing they say, make sure that it's hot.
Sure.
You drink it, and when you own it, you will not drink alcohol. You will not smoke. Because sometimes these are some of the things when they live before us, and we're taking the things, then we say the thing way.
If you can leg snore, don't take it.
Yeah, that's how sometimes they say.
Cola. You can't be taking the Baramaga, you be eating cola.
Yeah.
You can't be taking the Baramaga, you be smoking. You be hardly yourself, cutting your shite to do yourself.
So even if you are a man, and I'm not being able to do your homework right, it can also boost your sexual reproductive strength or whatever. And even people who have gotten sexual transmitted diseases.
Sure.
Who, sometimes you shy to tell people it's still with you, they have gotten so long with you and turning into something next.
Sure.
You can also go just explain. Even if you have your uncle, your brother know the problem, you can go explain it. You don't have to carry the person there. They are not withholding people there that are sick booth. They say, oh yeah, they carry a man to the sick booth.
But they want to be able to show you how to administer this process.
Yes.
They will give you the measurement of the hot water, a certain limit in a cup, and you should mix it while it's hot, and you drink it. It can be hot, that's the only way it can work. Don't say, I let you know a tea cold. No. You drink it. It's very easy to drink.
And yesterday even somebody even told me that they went there, they bought, they asked it, so she said, and she was telling me, she said, I'm feeling some different sign.
Sure.
It's like I need to buy something, send it to Germany to my husband.
Sure. Because when you start,
I already spoken with him and told him the kind of reaction, what she get. So, and he know one person who not really believe in anything, but he's so convinced now for the way that she sold it out to him.
Yeah.
Because of the way I told her.
The thing when you take your nose straight, it's not feeling different.
It's not something that when you take it in, it's so difficult to drink. Because that's when we went to take our dose first, you gotta be tactical. I was looking at me, I'm waiting for the bachelor to consume a bit first. To know whether you're going to fall down so I can start running a couple on it. So I watch my man.
What put a cut on me? No, that's not drinking.
Then my man just started teaching me, he said, no, you gotta drink it, gotta be hot. I said, oh, look, I'm talking, I'm teacher in my hair. But actually, it's good. You can go there.
Yeah.
Some of you are not even have any problems. They actually in 4 counties.
Yeah.
They in 4 counties currently. But they say at the close of the year, they want to be across the 15 sub-political divisions of our country. They're currently in Lofa, Zozo, and Vonjema. They're there. They're currently in Bangabong County. They're there in Ganta, Lima County, and here in Moserado, Pinsville, at Bonas Farm. So,
you can take advantage of this.
Yeah.
You know, some of you been trying all sort of concoctions, all sort of issues, but try this time around and see what's going to happen to you.
Yeah. But we'll call these numbers are the numbers you can take and call them.
Yeah.
0776
369 805. 0776 369 805 and 0888 856 776. 0888 856 776. This is the business manager number, and he is open at all time to receive your call, even for direction. When you go there, say, oh, I'm right opposite Mary Magaye, where can I pass, where can I go? No, just send somebody to you or just help you quickly so you can get through the numbers. And there are also WhatsApp numbers, +231 773 565 253, +231 773 565 253. There are also WhatsApp numbers, +231 772 159 187, +231.
They do not have, for now, they do not have agents in the field.
Across the country.
They are making sure to put mechanism before, duplication. So, some of you who are even going there in a name that you say, don't take it and go start selling it, because they got people on the lookout to make sure that they have it informed.
No, you will actually be doing.
You will be arrested in the process. You buy it, you take it home. But these areas, these destination areas that we call in the counties, those are the areas they got. When production are made, distributed, you can go there. The team are there. They will show you.
And I know that some of you got a lot of questions to ask. We may not be in the position.
That's why we read those numbers. So they are the best people to answer. But we give you the.
Don't say whatever we give Brozo can give. We're asking the question. No. Call these numbers and ask whatever question you want to ask. These people have been in existence for several years, and they have evidence. You will even see testimonies of others. More than 15,000 testimonies are already recorded. It's just like you. When you take this thing, you get when you use your feed before, you see you got the relief. You will go to the office and say, no, I will feed the people myself. I will feed him my food was into hurry me, my head. I had this issue now. I'm okay. You will give your testimony like others have done already. So this is Liberian own product, and it's made from organic products. It's a supplement that we say very easy to drink, tree bark, tree root. It's being made out of this. You can try this and get healed today. And Mary Magaye is our proud sponsor for the morning ride this one. So many thanks to all of you for joining us on this edition of the program. Please go there and try the Mary Magaye hot tea located in Bonas Farm.
Good morning. Sure. Good morning. Good morning.
Supreme Court, the Liberian program must continue. We are here. This is the grounds of the Capitol building.
So where do you stand now? On the side of the non-legal speaker, or on the side of the majority?
As far as we know, parliamentary, this is politics. Richard Wu enjoyed the confidence of his majority, so I think we have nothing much to say. Richard Wu doing the strength of the majority member, the quorum. So the issue now is no longer just about the majority and the speaker. So Richard will enjoy the quorum and enjoy the majority. So we all course Saturday is going to be at the grounds of the Capitol building. We're going to proceed with our work. And we proceed.
How do you intend to reconcile the House of Representatives?
I think it is our responsibility now to reach out to our colleagues. And I think that process is on. It's not an event. It's going to work. It's going to
was a serious, historical, and remarkable day for our country. It is upon the responsibility of Mr. Joseph Yuban Bwaka to instruct his purported speaker to stop purporting and come back under the governorship of Honorable Councillor J. Funati Kofa. I understand the peace it comes with. I understand the trauma it comes with. Are they better? Better cool. Woman that are forcing children neglected him. You know, that's a trauma. That's a trauma. I know what you're facing. I know I better a condition. But a condition does not surpass the constitution of our country. The sovereignty of our country is at stake. International partners are looking at all. That periods have been distressed globally. On this 80-year-old 45-year of experienced government. How come we will be driving to this? How come the people's opinion have been divided on the issue?
Do you believe the ruling from the court was fair enough? There are some people who are arguing that the Supreme Court cannot rule in such a case because it is of different branch of government.
You know, those people are saying, if I believe in the ruling of the Supreme Court, yesterday, the judgment of the Supreme Court, I believe in it. That's the reason why I extended a revolutionary critics to them. But those people who are saying this thing, those people are the same people that 1 year plus ago, that about Mr. Bwaka. My only frustration is Mr. Bwaka. Mr. Bwaka who professed to have a purported 45-year experience. I don't think Mr. Bwaka even have 1 day of mental experience. I don't think.
Why do you think so?
Man, look at why I'm saying so. Look at my man. Look at the country. Look at the decision. The decision that Bwaka is making.
Let's stick to the purpose of which we
how
has Bwaka's decision affected this whole entire fracas at the legislature?
Thank you very much. The executive is, in fact, the executive influence as it relates to the whole country proceeding. It's very, you know that the influence of the government, the president controls many things. If the president wants things to be done today, we want to be done. If he does not want to be done, not be done. You saw Manasseh leave when I didn't know where through the legislature to remove LSTL. You saw how she would have.
Are you saying the president should be someone who arm twist the legislature?
No, never arm twist.
To have his
no, but when you do, he already arm twist the legislature. He's respected the court ruling. When the court said everything that's in his points of purported against such criminals are doing a ultra viral. His Minister of Justice interpreted in his own honesty and telling say the fanatic cover are violating the law in field. What did Bwaka do? Bwaka took away all the car, the vehicle, the benefit from the legitimate speaker and start doing business with the purported and routine speaker in Kung.
Now, if you accuse the president of doing that, another question now is a lot of people are raising concern as to whether the government will adhere to the Supreme Court ruling. Are you confident or do not have the confidence?
No. Trust me. I know Mr. Bwaka is going to remove LSTL. You saw how she would have.
Are you saying the president should be someone who arm twist the legislature?
No, never arm twist.
To have his
no, but when you do, he already arm twist the legislature. He's respected the court ruling.
We want a law you will be using to restrict motorcycle and ban them from entering the street. So we want a law you will use when you can't respect the Supreme Court. So we want a law. You need to tell us where you took that other law from. Because if you can't respect the Supreme Court for us as byriders, we are waiting for the decision. I see many people talking about my children small, you wasting your time. I don't see my pa. I don't know how a page looking. My man told me when they walk in, they want to tell any interior. She told us that our father told us to care my children when I die, let me die. My mother told me that when she came back, the horse and everything concerning my father, nothing was seen. I think my children they done so small today and I told them and I do what I do. You see people, young people, you refer to us as future generation of this country. During election time, you tell them who don't want to tell over. But after election, then you want us to be security people. The government promised motorcycle job. They told motorcycle that job we only allow you to ride motorcycle. For me, you will ride back there and tell around get your job. I want who job I will find for them, but I'm taking it for her. I want motorcycle. They join promise I ain't give it to all you. They want you to point and imagine and say you're going to sit down. I will take it for you. For us, they are very clear. And it is good that the people can say, yeah, read the mama steamer point, right? But we're not already getting food. I've always told people that working in government and other institutions. Some of y'all that in government and private institutions can take pay every 31 day. We don't run moreover, like every day we can take pay. And not going home, and so sure it's basically going. Now we are going to take pay, we don't run moreover. More than 4,000 motorcycles have been seized unconstitutionally by the government. You know how many families going home to their hungry? So you wouldn't interested in us to be moreover people. When I land on some of you, or some of the crazy people talking that you want to do nothing, you only want to ride motorbike. The future you destroy, the one will ride motorbike. If you are going to prepare the future, you are not going to see a ride motorbike. And let me say that before I close. When you tell us that we don't want to do anything, we want to ride motorbike, if I have my own way, I will get in Gaddafi form. You will lost. For me, that's a clear display of the higher level of stupidity. Who send your children to school, who acquire quality education, get degree, and you think that person will be happy seeing a child riding motorbike. And you get sick, you say, man, I don't do anything, they don't ride motorbike. You better okay? And you get sense at all. And so for all we know, our own. Thank God the politicians are what disappointed in coming to themselves. Was very disappointed in the politicians. Yes. It was very disappointed in you people, not the respect. It was very disappointed in you. Because all of you on the table, politically, you people who are occupying political positions, government in waiting, you two need our support. Don't hide the people that are in power. And so thank you for coming up to speak and stand for us right now. At this point, we are already dying. And so, we want to appreciate you for coming up to stand by Liberian people because we too are Liberians. But we are the most harassed and marginalized group of people in this country. And so, you can rest assured that whatever decision that will come up from this table, will stand by you, will go any length, and the good thing about it will get all of the debtors. Motorcycle is the most informed group of people in this country. I give you 24 hours to know your horse and know the number of children that you get. And then more than 10 years in motorcycle dealership. Motorcycle is the most informed group of people. I see some people when they buy a car, you can't have for us. We know you, that was your time. We know the school your children in, we know where you live, where your man, where your partner, we know everything. So you can't want to go for us. It is good that all the information of ministers of government, all of them already get it already set. Just waiting for signal. And that signal is a round. You can rest and show that LIBERIA will be restored and 8 dignity will come back to Israel. Thank you so much.
So he's the head of the motorcyclists. He's referred to as Yellow Machine. He then giving their position statement from the angle of the Supreme Motorcycle Union of Liberia, pledging their women support to any decision that
is filed for re-argument at the Supreme Court, while collaborating political party along with the political advocacy group 10 headed by former chairman of the CDC, Mobile Molu, they have all planned a nationwide protest. And the very same people again, the Rule of Law Caucus, have also written a draft proposal that the former president, leave to get involved and look at these things where the embattled speaker, J. Fonatin Kofa, can resign and have an open feed that will be fair, free, and transparent for the new speaker. Will he listen? Where are we on this matter? Liberians, we have gone back, we rejected the court, and we've gone back to the court file in for re-argument because there were a lot of things not taken into consideration. But this is where we are today. You listen to the deputy speaker that they will work with the majority, that constitute a quorum because Richard Cohen enjoys the confidence. But 2 lawmakers from the majority bloc, Representative Taylor and that of Representative Bernard Benson, they have all decided that they want to respect the rule of law, they want to be on the side of the law. They have all deflected and gone to Honorable J. Franti Kofa. Will he continue to be speaker? Well, we wait to see. But let's hear from you now on these numbers: 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. The two numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation this morning. Speak with ability and stick to the matter this morning on all of what we have spoken about this morning, and see what we go from here. And let me see, in the meantime, let me read some of the messages on our Facebook page. It says, good morning, everyone, and a pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Riverside County, the land of supremacy. Thanks for the show. I'm following from my comfort zone in District 13, Mosrad County, Liberia. And Ziman Jala said, good morning, my cool family. And I'm watching live from Wokiam Community District number 3, July 17 protest. Can hold it now. You can rule of law. And John T. Gofle say, good morning, KFM. And I'm watching. And Sidiki Traore say, good morning, cool family. Budget People Party say, good morning, cool FM TV radio. We are watching lives from USA. In our comfort zone. God will destroy any group that is threatening the plans against this government or the citizens of Liberia. I'm American, say good morning, and I'm watching you from my office this morning. Benjamin F. Pay, say good morning, and I'm watching you from Wokiam. And Moya Sherry say good morning, and I'm following you from Banga City, Bon County this morning. Ansu Steven say good morning, cool. And I'm watching you from my rehab community. Let the president respect the Supreme Court ruling. And Channel S. Jala say good morning, brother Weekie. And I'm watching you live from Dubai. Thank you for the update. And Budget People say Supreme Court is definitely in error, and their final ruling are ultra viral. We need to overhaul the entire Supreme Court justice system. Many of those judges in the Supreme Court are Center for Disease Control CDC judges. I'm so serious. Liberia is still all we have. And Neil E. Zai say good morning, the cool family following you from Grand Jita County District to Zai City. And Moses Moise Seyon. He said good morning, my cool family. And Pastor Moses Moise Seyon, children following live this morning from the Golden Image Multimedia Printing Press, Coca-Cola Factory. Thanks for the fascinating discussion this morning. Good morning, as always. Let me talk to our callers on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good
morning.
Yeah, this is Marshall Bay. I'm speaking from Grand Baza County, Latour District 5, Mini Pampi.
Okay, that's good to hear you. Let's hear from you. How is it?
Yeah, the family is good this morning. We thank God for the countries to be peaceful. For me, I'm very happy of the peacefulness in Liberia. But my issue is the three function of the three branch of government. We should read and look at it. The legislature make the law. The judiciary interpret the law. The president enforce the law. In a sense, my friend and brother, the legislature make the law, and the judiciary interpret the law. That Fonati Kofa is a legitimate speaker. Why the executive can enforce the law? Because that is the function of the three branch of government: make the law, interpret the law, and enforce the law. So the legislature make the law, the judiciary interpret the law. That Fonati Kofa is the legitimate speaker of the Bible law. Let the executive enforce the law and tell all the law because you go back on Fonati and do the proper way of the country. If you want to remove Fonati, look for it now. How long they get for it now? You say you got for it, you just go sit down and lobby and get for it now and remove it.
Okay, let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie Brother now.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Charles Moore from the Governor Peace Island, Command Call 540. No, there is no way that the executive or the president will not want to respect the rule of law. When you listen to the president's state of the nation last evening to this country, the president said, we will work with the quorum. We will conduct work with the quorum. Is the quorum constitutional? Article 33 of the Constitution is clear. Now, when the simple majority act, and they can constitute quorum. They can do business. And why the minority act, and they can get a quorum, they should adjourn day to day and compare the absentee to come and do the best. The absentee are the majority. Right? When you start almost on one day, that's the political theater. The president, when you are asleep, we are not in the ruling of the Supreme Court. That's what coming from Ghana say the president now will say you alone. The House is very ruled by majority. Plenary is a higher decision-making body of the House. If you can't get the majority, you will not get plenary. Plenary will not function.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Natl, and good morning, Weekie Brooks.
Go ahead, sir.
This is Steven F. called by Jane. I'm phoning from Park Bay Junction this morning. Thank you guys for the discussion this morning, and thank you guys for speaking to some hard and critical issues of the nation to have a better nation. The people who call majority bloc, they just need to do the needful thing. Yesterday, Bernard, I will commonly knowing as TJ Blue, gave a press statement. He said what he said on his date of inauguration, or that which there was certain things that you uphold the rule of law of this country. So that means he has decided to give his support to Fanatic Kofa. So that's the thing. All of them have to follow suit. If you people want to remove Fanatic Kofa, the law has to equal. You'll get back to your chimney, and later you can see how best to remove it, but not in that kind of form. So there is a need for authority that's responsible to give security to the speaker. Let us take the security from Richard Kuhn right now. They should not delay. They should not delay. When they see the way they did it to Speaker Kofa, let them do the same. Let every necessary thing that was given as speaker, let them.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, information book, and good morning, historian Val.
Yeah, what's up? Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Historian Val information books are let us thank. I've been listening to you people well in Africa. Come on for a meeting there. And this is Liberia, but we're still coming back and come back in our country with upside down things again. Look at what's going on there again. Will things not be in Liberia when it comes to that particular horse for prosperity? When you go up, people country here, you see things going on there. You feel so pleased, but when you come in home, so you start right to that border, not playing with your car. You feel worry stricken. Some places you even reach. Information books you already know in Liberia. You can ask questions and say, is this Liberia? You already know you into Liberia because of our leaders' habit. Will everything be about money? My God in heaven, when you see someone they give you promises, when they walk in giving promises, you know, disrespect and other things, you will feel that an angel has appeared. But look at what's going on when they not wear the coat suit and getting the keys in the hand of BB cars. Your belly get together, the Labrador come and put their things together. Let Labrador go forward. Then having funny things into that capital building. May God bless you people with you.
Thank you.
Thank you
for joining us this morning.
And you can do the same by calling us on this number. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Val, good morning.
Mr. Christian Nelson, you're welcome.
Thank you. Look, these things, our father would have been much better to be very quiet with the decision of the Supreme Court instead of, coming up with these current issues here. And people who should be telling their party that this is wrong, they are there defending. Well, they should be talking about enough gasoline in the country and water system for the people. They are there defending this kind of thing. Yeah, they are talking about the Chief Justice, when they all, approve and the budget and they have money. The money did not go to the Chief Justice as an individual. It went there, as a Chief Justice of Republic of Liberia. So I don't know. It would have been better for the owner to would have left this thing alone instead of going to read, statement and all those kind of things. He is the one that creating a problem here. Yeah, well, anything back up tomorrow, he's responsible. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Chukwuma Martin. I'm going to be a Debbie. Weekie Nath. This country will not hear your here all the time. We put people into power, no understanding. You shouldn't be happy you're here on this people all the time. Liberia is a country that other countries looking at us, laughing at us every day and night.
Yeah, that one won't offer to put an end to it. We can sit down and look at our country that they are going down the drain.
You see? So look, the people that are in the capital building there, they are not so trained.
They'll be talking, probably somebody will listen.
Yeah. They are not trained for us to be talking on them all the time. I make so many they will talk on their talking and they're not teaching. Why should be go?
He's going up the lines. Good morning. 0775-919-919 0880-919-919. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Abu from here, lawyer, and do join you from District 3.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to ask you a question. Is COA not constitutional? Everybody are calling. I have seen some people.
It's constitutional, and now the law says you have to do business for section to go through. You must have a quorum, 2/3.
But I wonder why God for opposite rules that I don't understand the law.
No,
the president is saying that he's dealing with the law.
No.
And then they say that let's show him blame on the president. Why is the former president we are? The former president we are. Why is he coming and own a budget to own a advisory to Paris? The mayor Thomas Fane. But the president.
Alright, talking about not in the good party.
We're talking about solving the problem.
We're talking about solving the problem. Where do we go? Who comes in? Down. Good morning.
Good morning, William. Good morning, Nath.
Good morning, Abraham Tamba.
Yeah, this is Abraham Tamba calling from Pinsa. I listened to many arguments since the president spoke. The president do not have the power to compare those representatives to go to somebody in the house that is speaker. With the both speakers, the president have no authority to compare, say, go on this side, I'll do better on this side. That's why he put it in the middle. When it comes to, let's say, decision, they have their own political scheme. That's why when they are voting for their speaker, nobody from outside is taking part. They don't even take observer from outside to go and monitor the election. They do it among themselves. The secretary of the house, and other staff are there that the one that conduct the election. So if the president put it in a quorum form, meaning the two of them, they have the right. Who gets Sergeant Arm? Sergeant Arm is the one that can compare the absentee to come to work. But it's not the president that to go tell and say, go to work on this side. So the two speakers, the volunteer, they have to do their homework with their colleagues to make sure they read the 37 and do the 11 for business. That's why the president do not want the whole country hostage by saying, okay, listen, I'll wait for Fanatic for the next 10 years or wait for Kong for the next 5 years when you get current, then we'll do business, meaning the government will not function. The simple interpretation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's talk to Ma Josephine. We're happy to hear her on the radio this morning again.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, Ma Josephine.
Mr. Weekie Bro and Mr. Nath.
Yes. Good morning. How are you?
Hello.
Good morning. How are you? You're welcome. Live on the radio.
The two ambassadors, good morning, all.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope you are doing great.
Oh, I try now. They told me to wait in 2 weeks, but I have 1 month. So I try now.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Are you coming up?
Well, we God money us, and we're happy to hear you on the radio this morning.
By the grace of God.
So you're alive. Go ahead. Make your point. You've been following all these.
Uncle Chris, good morning. My daughter, Mama, will call it long time. Here from her, see you. And I want to all my children money. And I'm back tomorrow and before I will start fire. I want to thank you this morning for everything, for the prayer, for the the support, and everything. I said, God, thank you for your, and your thank you for everything. I've been listening to the radio. But when that was saying, get it 1 week, now you say you are your own, they 1 week that I make it. So I said, God, thank you for every one of you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for hearing your voice this morning, and we are glad that you're back. Thank you.
Oh, wait, up for me. My son, Baba, oh, your hello.
Yeah, that Moses Sion, Pastor Moses Sion, who always
Okay.
is always concerned.
Pastor Moses Sion.
At least he have heard you this morning.
Yeah.
I know him very well.
So nothing happened to you. You all right?
Good morning.
Good morning to my two ambassadors.
Okay, let me say on
Pastor Moses calling from the factory this morning. I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to you people for your hard work. Like somebody said, Weekie and naturally be head in your head. This is what they are called for, to serve this nation, and they want to see the betterment of this nation. That is why early morning they leave their family and then come and sit in our studio to educate with the Liberians. The only thing we need to do as a Liberian is to always commend them and always pray for them, that God will continue to guide them and their family, because what they are doing, we cannot pay them back for it. It is only God. So for some of us who always call to say thank you, and we pray that God will continue to give people the strength that they want to bring the happenings to the Liberians people, what happening, whether this person is wrong or right. We always need to just hold together to pray for this nation, because Liberia is the only country that we have. Even those that are planning their protests, we are not against it. We are just praying that at the end of the day, let God make it to be peaceful. Every one of them that will have a hidden agenda, any one of them that will have evil agenda, let God expose them before that time, and even in our protests. Thank you, and may God continue to bless you people.
So thank you as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
I just want to ask a question. The whole thing that going on, is it the president have the power to suspend the constitution? Because the lawmakers are making free money, no benefit.
That's a very good question.
Okay, bro.
Thank you. Places that those things can take place for our democratic space is difficult. We're not into crisis, except the president declares state of emergency. We can't get anything they can operate. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
My name is Patrick here, and I join you from Brooklyn.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You know, you came born a child, and the child disrespecting you as a parent is bad. The whole government thing, that we the people in power, we the one that mind father. Until we can come together as a country, then people will continue to make fool out of us. We gotta come together when we start running behind the bitches and busting their cars and
no. Watch your voice.
Yeah.
I know the anger can be there, but there's a public radio and you got other people listening as well. So let us not speak with anger.
Even where you are, there are kids listening to the radio also.
0775-919-919, at 9 o'clock we go for fast check this morning, but let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome, sir.
General Gazi Studio. Yeah, I'm Fast Food Command, and I do join you under the canopy of the Rescue Force Soldier.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you guys, thank you for the show. Basically, I want to speak on the impasse in the horse.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I think government have to function. And I don't think for one person self-aggrandizement or selfish interest that our government will be paralyzed. Our government functionaries will be paralyzed. The president made the right decision to work with the speaker that command the majority of the police. And Speaker Richard Namekun his police have exclusive. Majority of the police have explicit confidence in him. And so the the president have no option but to say when you get quorum and work with, so when you see the executive still continue to work with this man is on the basis of because this man has a quorum. The backup speaker or the former speaker doesn't have a quorum. Yeah, and secondly, the statement made by the former VP, I think it was very unpatriotic because we know some of them history. This woman is a work of a former warlord who is languishing beyond bar in England, in the Great Britain. So these are people who benefited from the 14-year carnage, 14-year civil unrest that devastated the country. So seeing her on a rampage, beating war drum, I don't think, I think it's a surprise to some of us. But we don't want to say to them that the Liberian people are enjoying the confidence of the government. The government is doing a lot of things that are benefiting the general good of the Liberian people. And we are not willing to go back to the dark days. So they are.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning. Okay, let's talk to this caller.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Weekie.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Weekie, I'm James Karen calling from district number 6. To be precise. Let me say this, Weekie. We have 3 separate branches of government. They talk about 37 constitute a quorum. This is what the president did. The president will not sit there, his government be hostage. So what the president did was, go and get your number. When you get the 37, we'll work with you. Because I assume Weekie, this started last year in October. For every time Kofa where he adjourned, for every time he adjourned, for every time he adjourned. So if Kofa were adjourning up to this time, the government coming for sure? No! The government not going to function. So Kofa have lost the trust and the confidence of his colleagues. So for that reason, the president will have to work with the majority black. And the same majority black speaker that is what talking about here today, Honorable Richard Nameku, Speaker Richard Nameku, presided over the Senate. And they went for budget hearing. And the same Supreme Court, the Senate financial team. And honor the leadership of Richard Kuhn. And that budget will pass. So the people have gone far up. So if Kofa feel like, he want to come back, let him go and lobby with his colleagues. But if you can get to the A, you can get to the A, you can get to the number, for every time you go, you enjoy, you don't get Sancho under your command. You don't get Clark under your command. Therefore, the 1 billion the country should be hosted, so for not pay. That is it.
Okay, thank you there. Thank you for making
your point. Let me talk to Mr. Scully. Good morning.
Good morning, Nigerian.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yes. I want to ask a question because my one that will not sing. A man told us, he told the public, after announcing that he is speaker, and he left and say he was going to go to his friends. He said he was going to Mofara, he was going to Kun for them to reconcile. What they bring it in to us said, because the president said he will work with the corona, all this also video, the president work with him. They say no person don't know for sure to 30 people that she will go be part of our path. We know change and they can only part of our path in Banga people almost die for that market when for the watchers. So let me tell you something. You can't scare old lady with me. That's all right. That old lady paid to me, but she get home. So the thing the first time were coming with blind, but they saw our eyes open, they all come. I'll tell you the money.
Okay. Good morning, Prince Kolake.
Thank you. So now, good morning. And let me say good morning to Weekie Bros. This is the voice of Prince Kolake. So like I told someone yesterday, if Liberia was a serial minded country, but now the Justice Minister need to be answering questions why he wrongly interpreted the ruling of the Supreme Court, because Supreme Court have had the same opinion on this issue, wherein they came up with that ultra viral and the government asked the Justice Minister to come as a legal-minded person to come and interpret the ruling of the Supreme Court, and that which was wrongly interpreted, evidenced by the opinion of the Just NL or that came from the Supreme Court in the Just NL Bureau of Information. So some of our brothers have deviated from all of those things. So President Bwaka want to tell us, if I was a lawyer and I obtained 37 person, in as much as I'm not deputy speaker, I'm not speaker, I'm no one, but I able to convince 37 of my men for to say that anyway, he will do business with me. The Supreme Court has spoken. Now, if you claim that you only going by quorum, anybody got quorum, that the person you will go to, the side I get quorum, and the side you will go to, then why is it now that the quote-unquote speaker, the regime speaker, is why appealing to the Supreme Court for another assignment for the re-argument of the case? So everything is contradicting. Even the person now that is appealing to the Supreme Court for re-argument of the case was the same person that condemned and said the Supreme Court don't have jurisdiction over what is unfolding at the lower house. So why should you contradict yourself? If you think that the person don't have jurisdiction, why should you even subject yourself to the legal argument and was represented by Vani Chairman? So President Bwaka, it is wrong. Everything you're doing today, tomorrow, all of my use that same thing, and my older youth say, then where are we heading? We spoke against all of those things yesterday. Some of our brothers from the angle of the Unity Party, they're letting us down.
Okay, Prince Clark, let's talk to others. Thanks for your contribution this morning on the program. Let's talk to others. Good morning.
Good morning, Ambassador Weekie.
Yeah, go ahead, let's hear.
And now, my name is Imai Gombu Clement, calling for some Zone community. I'm highly disappointed in the former speaker who is Fonatikova. For your personal harassment, the country not going to be hostage. We expected what happened to Snow. So I'm disappointed in some of the brave people that say I share it for what Fonatikova. Now for your one sake, that you will see the country will be held to hostage. Reducing the power, the people who you carry to Farmington Hotel, you went there, you brought the people to vote for you. They see people attend against you. They say no longer interested in you. So therefore, the president has spoken. He said, go buy a guy a quorum. We expected him to go and all he could reach. But up to present, they are still a brain pool sharing, oh, law, what law? So for a basic like brain pool Mosamba, no, we are not going to take it today and tomorrow. We Rachel Kun, Honorable Rachel Kun, remain the Nigerian senior of Republic Liberia. We're not going to take it for anybody. You want you get reason? They see that brain poll voted for you. They vote wanted for you to go serve as speaker. But they voted for you to go and represent them. Why you can't go represent them? Your colleagues say they're not interested in you. What we expect of you resign? One number thing, you leave it. You go and represent the people of the people who voted for you. But not to go and hold the country to hostage. We're not going to live with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk to go for fast check. Good morning.
Good morning, cool family.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Thank you guys for the topic on the discussion this morning. You know, the issue with the Supreme Court. My name is Benjamin Brooks, and I call from the FDA community. The issue with the Supreme Court, gentlemen. The Supreme Court to do the very best thing to save the state. We remember the Supreme Court avoided herself with the Suna when President Bwaka addressed the nation. They did not participate at that program because they were avoiding certain things, not to have them appearing there to see them recognizing the same Richard Kun because they consider him to be illegal. They also went on in doing business with this very illegal Richard Kun when it comes to their budget. They did business with Richard Kun. How did they see Richard Kun at the time they went into business with him and when it comes to their budget, under the budget that was passed? They said now that today that Richard Kun and his majority blocks, they are illegal. If they were illegal, why didn't you come a long time to say this thing yet? But now, so it gives the president the space to say, I will work with whosoever that will have the quorum. So this thing is still on the hand of the Supreme Court. But the fact that
They did business with Richard Kuhn, and they did not attend the store because they were avoiding Richard Kuhn to be illegal. So that now they see that Richard Kuhn is illegal, and when they went into business with the man, Liberia must move power. We can't continue to hold the country because of one person thinking for a tattoo. Anything like that tattoo, it can come to anybody and leave. Liberia must move on. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
We'll have to leave
We'll
it.
fast check this morning. And fast check is a regular feature program. Let's go for fast check. Good morning.
Good day. This segment debunks disinformation and provides the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. On April 18, DN News Liberia, an online news outlet, claimed in a Facebook post that Firestone Liberia is providing Margibi County with US $160,000 as a social development fund. The post expressed dismay over the amount, suggesting that a company like Firestone should be contributing more. Several followers of the post also questioned whether such a large multi-million-dollar company would allocate such a relatively small amount to its host county. To verify this claim, we reviewed page 12 of the Citizens Guide to the National Budget, a simplified document that explains the Liberian government's budget in accessible language. Our review confirmed that Firestone Liberia is indeed contributing US $160,000 to Margibi County as a social development fund. Therefore, we conclude that a claim made by DN News Liberia that Firestone Liberia is giving Margibi County US $160,000 as a social development fund is correct. On April 27, former Montserrat County District Number 8 Representative Akaros Moses Gray claimed during a live Facebook broadcast that the University of Liberia's administration issued a statement in 2023 prohibiting students from preventing anyone, including visitors, from entering the university premises. Gray made this claim while responding to a question about whether he regretted his 2023 visit to the university, which led to the cancellation of classes and injuries to several students. We reviewed the official statement issued by the university following the incident and found Gray's claim to be misleading. The statement released by then University President Dr. Julius Zawolo Nelson Jr. on March 16, 2023, instead focused on the suspension of student political activities across all campuses of the university following the violent disturbances that erupted on the UL Capitol Hill campus on Monday, March 13, 2023, when former Representative Gray visited the UL campus. Based on our review, we conclude that the university's statement did not prohibit students from stopping visitors from entering the premises as claimed by Gray. Instead, the statement suspended campus-based political activities in response to the violence that erupted following Gray's visit. This is all we have time for on the Fact Check segment. This segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Prime FM, and Kia Radio to counter disinformation to help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision, leading to the production of this Fact Check segment. We will be back on Monday with more fact check reports to help you know the facts. If you want us to fact check or claim for you, please send us a text to WhatsApp on 0777 556 296 and we will definitely check for you. Also follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, X at LVF Fact Check, and go to our website www.localvoicesliberia.com. My name is Olivia Bowen. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Wednesday and Friday, as well as on the heat as well. So keep following us on this edition of the Morning Round. Keep listening. We are certainly here.
The court said everything that's the in his points of purported against such criminals are doing a ultra viral. His Minister of Justice interpreted in his own understanding and telling say the fanatic cover are violating the law in field. What did Baka do? Baka took away all the car, the vehicle, the benefit from the legitimate speaker and start doing business with the purported and routine speaker in Kung.
Now, if you accuse the president of doing that, another question now is a lot of people are raising concern as to whether the government will adhere to the Supreme Court ruling. Are you confident or do not have the confidence?
No. Trust me. I know Mr. Baka is anti-democratic. Mr. Baka is anti-democratic. It will not be a surprise.
To our many viewers, our many listeners out there, we just want to briefly and quickly react to some of the unwarranted, unconstitutional statement from the Unity Party, and not just from the Unity Party, but conversations from other people who are reading the Constitution, not just Osadan, but who are reading the Constitution to suit themselves and not to suit the interpretation of the law. And today we're not necessarily opening a classroom for those who don't understand the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, but we'll be able to provide to them some of the highest degree of education in terms of the law, in terms of political actions, in terms of political decisions. But let me say to you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the Fourth Estate, the nation is not only challenged.
No. And some of the things that we need to talk about and we need to look at, we hope that government can listen and the authority can listen, because Liberians are crying. It has to do with the tariff on some of the goods brought to this country. Our ports of entrance, there are too many complaints. We were like in conversation with some other guys who outside Liberia who have come back to visit, have gone back and even trying to look at some of the things, research and whatsoever. I think we need to revisit some of these things, the way we put tariff on some things. Look, people are losing their goods and other valuable on a daily basis at the Freeport. People will auction things at the lower prices when they bought it, very expensive. You have to think, a man in America, he buys a car, or she buys a car cost $1,000 or $1,500, and probably because of the accident, but got all of the parts with other materials, load it in a container on the man, and ship the vehicle to Liberia. He buys a car for $1,500, and it comes to the port, and it tells you pay $4,000. We need to look at that.
And the money paid, we don't see any what you're doing for us.
But you
the charge here very high.
But how can you buy something much cheaper and pay such amount to have it cleared. So at the end of the day, most of the time, look, other countries, reason why you see them boom the economy because they're taxation expert. Those people who can sit down and say the financial expert, the tax expert, and all of these things, they will look at the economy of the country. They look at the gross GDP. You know, the income of people who are working. You look at the business climate, how businesses are moving before you try to do some of these things. But now where people are still earning $50, people still earning $150, and 2-3 persons will put together and say, look, gentlemen won't get involved in the other business. When the goods come, land at the port, they continue there. The tariff gets so high because people are looking for means to get money to get it out. At the end of the day, they find somebody to just go buy it in wholesale for a lower price. You discourage them now from even trying to venture into that business. Somebody, look, the last 6 years, somebody say, oh yeah, they relaxed tariff, suspended executive order on mosquito coil, on chicken feed.
Sure.
What's the impact currently within the lives of the people?
Is it about proclamation or giving executive orders? But there should be impact. And you know, we have all of these things to address, but
who's supposed to address it?
We are wasting the time on so many other things, and I think it's essential.
There are people right now that want to be involved into the importation of rights to sell from the America, from the UK, Germany, or other places. They want to be shipping it, high quality rights. But when they ship it, the next thing, you ship 1 or 2 containers, they tarry alone. That means as soon as he gets the money or the letter that will come out of it, they don't know that business. Because if you ship a 25K or 15K or 50K to Liberia, how many persons will be ready to say, oh yeah, the 50K I can buy it $100. I can buy it $80.
Even 50 tons, Ambassador. You know, can't even serve Liberia. Rice is too full for this country.
Yeah.
It's been consumed.
And it's also a political commodity.
Sure.
We got history of what they did to oil in this country.
And those are issues being traded on a very high load.
I think our folks need to sit on the round table and look at the economic condition of the country.
Okay, when would they sit down now? Every day we tell them sit down on the table. Sit on the table, they're done. Then when the issues escalate at some level, then you say they can form a conciliatory team, they're going to find a reconciliation group, and they were looking at the matter. But we are always advising to sit on the table.
Because of that very thing today now, the hard tariff, you will find people will leave for and go to Togo, buy a car, they will drive to bring it and will not spend that kind of money if they are brought it to the port.
Yeah, they remember before they go to Never Guinea to buy vehicles.
So they bring the car to pass to 827. The man cross the border, he just gets on it, he comes. People leave and go as far as Ghana to bring car to Liberia, to take car from here to carry to Ghana. Why we're not learning from these things to see how we can better our economy? When you open the market, but the bureaucrats is too much for Liberia, so the foreign national are enjoying the kind of a currency and the privileges that are given to them while Liberians are struggling. How do we end these things?
And it's far from ending and also very far from reviewing. Because when we talk about let there be a revision of these agreements, but what we are focused on, we're not even looking at direction.
There's somebody was telling me just before he came to Liberia, for the States, he said, it puzzled him. So after he bought his ticket 1006, went to the Liberian embassy at the time in Minnesota to renew a passport. They were told, oh, no passport. But he said, when you see some of the other guys who will come, they just pass on and walk in, foreign national, when they want visa, but you see, they are saved in less than 5 minutes.
When you want it, you can pay the extra amount of money to expedite your process.
Yes. Today, Ghana making millions of dollars. Visa free for all countries in Africa. They sat down with the right people, with the right man, the expert, they sat down, they did the calculation, they knew exactly how much they would be earning. Because at the end of the day, you get there, you will go to hotels. At the airport, the airport tax, whatsoever, you pay. Nobody asking, you just get your document, nobody asking for visa, you're not going to. You see, so the country open, and people, in a sense, you just see it free to go there, but when you go, you know you can't go stay in the street and start sleeping. You will find somewhere. You want to eat, you got to go to the restaurant, you got to go to the bar, you got to go order, you want to shopping. All of these things, taxes will be paid. You ride taxi. But we're sitting here in terms of creativity. People fighting for parking lot. People busting pictures from on the wall. People busting door. People using something to enter into somebody's car.
And those are the symptoms of the very things that happened in the days of our Hiva in this country. Yeah. Those are the very things. When we're calling our son into a rebel, freedom fighter, this group, those are the same things we're doing. Now we are at the stage to see our leaders now behaving in the same form and manner. It is despicable.
Sometimes the people will take some of the things and sell it right back to the very same people at the port.
We should be opening the business climate, encouraging Liberian businesses to get involved.
The man is in America, the man is in the UK, the man is in Germany, the man in other places. He said, look, say I got my family back home. I think I can send it 2 vehicles for transport that can put food on the table. The man sends it. He buys it cheap to clear it from the port. Then the money to clear it, he can buy 2. At the end of the day, the family here waiting.
Or you just leave it there and you abandon the whole thing.
But that's why now, so at the end of the day, you just gotta go look for somebody and say, gentlemen, I got this thing, but if you can clear it, you can give me this, you can just have it.
And it's not helping the country. We concession agreement, deal we have signed, need very serious review of it.
But the people who are to review these things, serving on these committees, are currently at war. Because I don't even call it education or call it confusion. They are seriously at war. We don't even know when they will start firing one another with guns. Because we are gradually reaching to that stage.
Sure.
We don't even know when we'll start waking up, when we reach to certain levels, start hearing about us on attack at some of their homes. Can we put this thing behind us and focus on somebody? Look at, see the number of drugs that we are discovering every single day. What's the problem? The John Security, LGA, these are people saying, what's happening? Are we not having men?
We got men by the willpower.
You see? So we need to do all of these things.
Now, that's the reason why you're hearing our leaders with threats from another end, threats from another end. And when they see the other folks who are disadvantaged get involved, it becomes very serious. Yeah. We should be thinking about transforming.
And you know, government cannot all rightly sit and declare a recruitment for police or AFL or immigration without it being reflected in the national budget.
What are you waiting?
Because Nana Malaysia is training, you must go through the legal process. You must go. Because how much men are we wanting to train? How much money in the budget for training? How much money in the budget for logistics? We got our borders. What are these people are patrolling the borders? Do they have vehicles or motorbike? How equipped they are? Where are they sleeping? These are things, because you got air-conditioned car, air-conditioned offices, you got air-conditioned homes. So once somebody wears security uniform, he or she becomes your slave now. You will build a fence so high, you think that nobody can see. You get off the iron gate, then you get security again. In a horse iron gate there. The iron gate to the main gate with security, but you inside spying through the window because you know what you're doing. Go to the port and see how many things. Some of the continue being there so long to the extent the debt through the tariff they acquired. They can't get it up. Some of the folks want to send a vehicle ahead that every time they in Liberia to come, you don't have to go rent. Get your car, it's normally parked in the garage, or you got somebody who uses it, taking care of it when you come back to the country for vacation, your kids, they easily reach out to get to one place or another. And these are some of the actions of why you see so now we can complain on how people are abroad. Oh, the man in America, the man in the other country, and not being able to send anything back home. If the man now look at you, tells you, say, I will send you one car, but you got to be able to clear it. How? You cannot. You ever tell him, say, the money you get to buy the car, just send it to me. These things are happening every day.
You're looking for full money here?
Yeah.
To spend all the money just to enter in another deal, thinking that it's going to bring relief to you.
The high quality water with all of the nutrients in it that will not even disturb the stomach when you drink it. People want to ship it to Liberia. You ship it again, you might not get your money out because nobody will be telling you to pay this.
And this is paving way for people smuggling illegal substances in the
Sure.
country.
But that's the reason, because if you make, there are certain things, if you think you touch it in the school too much, you create room for people to beat the system. Because if the system is open and transparent and workable, nobody wants to take the sugar. Because the man will be paying and don't have any fear to be looking up on his shoulder. But if the man sees it that passing it on that side will cost him too much, he passes it on the other side that will cost him less. And will be what? Invading taxes. Exploiting government. A basic revenue that should move the country forward.
We got a lot more to do in this country.
We got a lot more to do.
And to see our people just confused.
But how do these people care about it when these people got duty-free privileges? They sell them to people. People tell them, say, oh, chief, say you got in a year, probably 3 or 4. I got this continue coming. I will give you something. He said, okay, just put it in my name.
Yeah.
You put it in your name. Declare it. You've been paid heavily. Oh. Some of what they gave you to use for your people or yourself, you are now selling it. The foreign government of a free privilege that they gave you from the people because you are the people's deputies. He said, no, I got to do business with the free thing that they give me. The ordinary man who will send this thing, he must pay. People are losing the goose. People are ushering their things. Imagine that people outside Liberia who have lived for so long, the entire housing material, the housing, and so they want to put it in container. They want to come back home, but you put it back there and you can't. It's going to be a next thing you start selling. You see people selling chairs, selling basketball. Some of these things are not brought for people to sell it. So many things, the container is already there. People just go and buy it because they overstay and the man or the woman cannot have it. So you see, they bring another container. They start selling basketball. They start selling all these small toys, chairs, and other things for the kids. We can't treat the country like that.
No, we can't continue to treat this country in such a manner. And like I said, these are very important things that we should focus our attention on.
Yeah, we are about to hit the rainy season. Just the other day, you saw that storm. Saturday, you saw that storm. That's not a small storm. Just that small storm. You know how many people right now crying for it? And we are about to hit the rainy season. You should be asking the National Disaster Management Agency, what mechanism, what plan have you put into place? Let's see the budget. Last year, there was X amount of flood victims across the country. WFP, other partner came in to help. Have you settled the matter? How prepared are you? You waiting for the flood to start taking over and call the management team to know why I say that people are still complaining. These are the time to call the people. These are the time to call these people. Okay. It's a wonderful thing to have Councillor Peter Bodo-Jara on the line this morning. Welcome back to Liberia. It's been a while. Everybody been waiting to hear from you, Councillor. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
How are you both talking about people selling their news? In this news, the people that you select to be representatives in those sex activities. So our mindset needs to be reset. Thank you.
Okay. You see, and I just say, our mindset needs to be reset. Because just imagine, they're giving you something free. Because all of these things are amenities that come with you. But you trade it.
Sure. And they are benefits for the smooth operation of government. But instead, it's being used in the wrong way. Like the councillor said, the mindset of the people is just so much bad that when they are into position, it don't benefit the country. How can you have a country?
You remember when the president suspended X number of officials for non-compliance in the issue of access declaration?
Yeah.
And following that, he instructed CSA, all of those officials who did not comply, the money should be each child one chair.
Yeah.
And instructed the ministry, that money should be the Ministry of Education along with the Ministry of Finance to make sure that all public schools across the country are renovated and in a better facelift with chairs. Then he went again to another group of people and instructed the CSA director the same way. Now, at this time, the Committee on Education should be asking, Madam Minister, where are we with this? Because the money already went to the account.
Sure.
That was created. How far are we? Who are those who went for the bidding process to carry on the work or the chairs, fixing of the chair, renovation of these schools? Let's see those who went on to build, whether they went through the legal process, PPCC Act. Let's see what are these people. Let's look at the capacity. Or probably they're dragging their feet to form their own black hair company to say that if people won the contract with no history or ever doing something before.
You will hear a violation of the PPCC upon. Imagine it took the president to inform GSA to paint the ministerial complex.
And that's the part where original. It's so shameful that the president will have to tell GSA to paint that building, and the GSA director, the director general, goes there and make it look like a major program with a paint brush.
Press conference.
He painting, then his colleagues or the employee from GSA, they're clapping for him. What is that?
All the women said, the man said.
You know fully well the position he's responsible for all government properties. You have to manage it.
But he's telling us, he's telling the government that there should be certain threshold set for purchasing government vehicle, because most of the vehicle purchase, you will have a respect prior with them based upon the model and other issues. But are you aware that the whole ministry agency, they can procure their own vehicles, they carry to GSA for coding.
The first thing, the GSA director should have even been to the ministerial complex to make anything look like he went for a major program. That was a shame that the president would drive every day and pass to go to work and will see that place turn.
And Ambassador, most of the program I have for the president is being held in the ministerial complex in ballroom. Because they signed to hold the executive mansion, pavilion.
And you know why? It cut down cost.
Sure.
Because when you go into other area to rent and your own hall, one is conducive in, you can use it, it cut down cost. That's what the president he said did when he told Bill. I always like to set an example. He issued a statement that no ministry or agency to go to any private hall to workshop, seminar, or any program use government facility. If the other ministry has the capacity to host the program that you have, you go there.
But and they will do their own idea. He
himself will drive past that area.
Then he got launched the first painting of the building and all that. It should be a shame on you.
And we are saying this: when you people complete the painting of that entire building, nobody put raving over there. The president don't go over there. I think you pass that level now. Don't go call no raving over there.
You catch the president there?
Let me catch them.
You say the president come and delegate the park.
Yeah.
The president going to delegate it one year. And I just want to.
How can you be working your position that tells you how you should control government properties and you wait for you to be told to do it? What the extent are you being in a position?
Yeah.
And that's what we will say. The president cannot be everywhere, but sometimes when they dedicate responsibility and you renege on it, there are other people who sitting on the bench that want to play too.
But up to present, those people that was caught up in the asset declaration thing, the president had done nothing. Months have passed by. We still saying everything. Everything is just regard to the law of the country. And that's correct. Even the president speak, some people will comply, some people will not comply. Why you keep not to serve the people? You say you want to work in the interest of your people. But then why you like this?
When you get your maintenance department, you know that you're not supposed to be inspecting so many government ministry and agency. Why do you
see the bush?
Yeah, say why the ministry look like this?
You see?
Why the ministry in this condition? Because the ministry and agency also got a maintenance department. When you do smaller work, they can handle it. You make statement and it's still happening. That once you get government car, it's signed when you code it, and there's a problem on it. GSA should be informed. The mechanic will go and collect the car and fix it. But yet and say, people, individual in government, officials are still taking vehicles to their own garages where they are inflicting huge figures.
Yeah, then government pay.
Government pay.
See what deception.
Then you're in a position.
And these people are there into government, time in, time out. Regime come, regime go, they into government.
Yeah.
They just are running government. But they using those means to strangulate government because they know that they're secret. The woman talk, man.
We still talking about scanning machine at the airport. We still discussing the legend system at the airport. Because once the line go off for some time, we throw the problem that we all were being confronted with, put it behind. We wait for it to reoccur before we say, no, we got to address this matter.
Even when there are money allocated,
yeah,
they will just do so that they funny work. They leave it as well, all right now. But when you see the real occurrence of such a thing, they want to get serious. I call on government. Oh, government needs to look in the place. Government needs to look in the place. You know, the people just pretend to be sincere, but they're not. They pretend to love the country. They pretend to work with the president. Now there are so much pretense around the president.
And when you see the high level of deception, is that people who sit and think, because you come from opposition, now the mistake they're always making, because you're from the opposition bloc, but you are given a chance to work in the current government or in past government. When something goes wrong, they divorce themselves from there and say the government failed. You've been working in you're sitting lawmaker. Whether you come on party A, party B, if tomorrow the government fails, you won't take yourself from there.
You say you fail.
Yeah, Councilor Jara, welcome back.
Yeah, we asked a typical Liberian, say I got a vacancy at this job. Yeah. You know the question they will ask you?
How much?
No. They will ask you, no job in there.
Okay. the man is going to get paid, but he asking for extra things.
Look, our mindset, all this problem on mindset. Even this capital building, they are being a capital issue.
Okay, the latest decision by the Supreme Court is belated. It's belated. I mean, it's regrettable. They're all my friends. I know them very well. Okay, I exited the law school way before them. But the problem is, the decision they made recently, they have made a decision which have made at the exception of the case. Okay? Now, the problem here again is, where is your commitment to the country? You know, a lot of speakers have been removed, you know, in all kind of fashion and stuff. You know, but the problem here basically is, we gotta think about our country first. If we don't put our country first, we're not going anywhere, no matter who becomes president. Thank you.
Now, I think that validated. Every time I say this thing to you, I said, until we can put this country first, we'll be talking about president, and other people will just be there to honor man. Because what will happen, it's not just with the president. It's not just with the president. You put somebody somewhere, you campaign against yourself, knowingly or unknowingly. When you are removed, you look for people to go point finger at. Yeah. We see it every day today. You must say every single day people feel, oh yeah, your brother, other government down. Yeah. What power my one guy to look at whole government that you say was so popular to remove? But when you sat there, your people were proceeding wrongly. Somebody reports were there, you did not do anything.
Yeah, you know.
You did not chest starting. When you remove, you look for people. But you were there doing battle cry. You were there putting your chest to the border. You were there defending them because Liberia is just one of the countries right now that we can protect alleged criminal, and we're not concerned about people fighting the name. How will you be supporting somebody and hear the person's name into huge corruption allegation? You should be even concerned for this person to clear his or her name so that it do not borders around you as well as if a member you are said to.
Yeah.
If they ever made the money in the man, it's not a society, it's God who said the money in the man and gave you that corrupt money. But we'll go defending these people other than asking them. Then we got people who are sanctioned in Liberia by America, yes. But these people can have the day to clear themselves. But when they were sanctioned, we started to heal them. We put them on our shoulder, we're walking around, we're taught that we saw them as giants in the face of the world superpower. But we're not concerned to say, see how Liberia look, one man got sanctioned, he cannot clear it, he's fighting for somebody to speak up. So we're not to want this friend now.
He's just proud going on.
Yeah.
The men are essential person.
One man put Kennedy in the race to contest for a position. And you know, in election, each vote counts. You let the man and through all of the country, you did not vote for the man.
You telling the people who to vote for, but you don't have voting right.
You did not vote for the man. To put salt on the soul, you did not even win. If you congratulated the other person, why your candidate stay in the way? You vote for the candidate, you congratulated the opposition before you.
Just a mindset. So they're thinking.
And you see all these things what they're doing. We saw it.
And in
that fight, you see all the things what you're doing, is oh, collaborating political party, all that thing you see what they're doing right now in the fight for the rule of law. As soon as everything is over, heading to 2029, that whole thing will break up into pieces.
You saw your people, you are another person here.
They'll say the document, the firmware document somebody temper away.
We were talking and never listened. The document was fingered, was altered.
They are united in opposition when they are not near election. When they are near election, they are never united on one front. Because everybody tell you are in a race, now they'll stay bronze. And kind of to be second. So all those things when you see them doing, arguing that they together, calling for a nationwide protest, all those things are things that we saw yesterday.
It's still happening.
We saw the Unity Party, the Liberty Party, the All Liberian Party, the Alternative National Congress and other smaller parties. They were together after 2017, 2018 election. You saw how everybody tossing for the first time to see opposition political party after election collaborating a day. Everybody's not knowing someone, but people strong. We sat on this platform. I said, those people will not hold from now to election. We know Liberian politicians. They are selfish. They are never for the people, but they claim they for the people.
Sure.
Their interest always first. But because they know the people want to hear some of these things and the people are crying, so they put together and make it that they're fighting for the people.
They get loud too much. They are too deceptive.
That identical collaboration what you see today, if you see tomorrow election, there are folks over there will tell you they don't want to go to primary, they don't.
But here now, alliance, all the other the other group, the other one, they're not doing in the face of reaching themselves.
Yeah.
But as soon as tomorrow reaching the election, you see all them scattered.
And in the face of fighting for justice, fighting for the rule of law, the same framework document I bring in, somebody will be violating. You want him done the right way, but you violating, but you're looking at the bigger picture. How can you go do wrong and say you want to correct it wrong?
Yeah. If two wrong, can I make one right?
The code rule. Then you decide to use violence to say you yourself going to set it in.
So all I'm thinking about force.
0775-919-919. 0880-919-919 are the two numbers. So I stay of the conviction that Liberia can be a better country. If we only have, it's not about having a tough leader, a tough president, but we should have people with the right mind, people who are patriotic and nationalistic, and say, look, I think the country supersedes everything that we try to do here is because of the country and the people we are here.
It's time now, let's move ahead.
Good morning. When you're ready, you call. You're not allowed to call out to land here. 0775-919-919, 080-919. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Weekie Nath.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the whole speaker is like if you see Commander Kofa still sticking behind the thing, whether I'm seeing executive taking strong decision. If you see the time we when I was seeing
what executive need to do in this matter?
I'm coming.
No, but all people need to call. Go to the point.
Yeah, my point is the government not to hit a hard behind the man. If that job we have within Bama, they could do everything behind the man. Bama, the man give up everything. I tell you.
But why didn't go? No, that place I hear people doing it. The government can't do nothing. They can't chase it, man.
Good morning.
No. Let me talk to this caller. You're live.
Thank you, people. Thank you very much. Thank you. I remain proper defender. This is the last battle for Peter McCauley, and I join you from District now, Monserrado County. You know, I wonder whether the president is a listening president or in the retrospect. I will get two scenarios in the Supreme Court. When Richard Nakmeku was contesting again for another term in the district, there's a member they call countrymen. Countrymen want to take part in an election, they just 2023 election. But Richard Nakmeku went to the Supreme Court for justice. That the man did not resign in the district, he don't have property, and all those things. He never cried in the Supreme Court grant Richard Nakmeku. Who's going to enter the grant in? It was the Supreme Court. Secondly, when the CPC were together, after the power came to the Union Party, meaning to be the head, they still came between them, and then the rest of court, President Bottas stood up in the Supreme Court, he knelt down, and he testified against Belinda Cummings, how he seen God's document, how he do the work.
President Bottas knelt down?
I'm telling you, he
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Fine. This is J. Francis Kido, calling from Pineville City this morning.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Well, this country is our country. Liberia is all we have. We encourage all of our lawmakers to come to the status quo and come to one conclusion. You need to maintain a quorum. So when you're having a quorum, the quorum need to be legitimate. So the legal quorum, you as the legal speaker declared by the judge, the Supreme Court, you need to do the legal thing and maintain the legal forum because we need to do the work. The government need to go on. The government need not to be on our stage. So if you cannot maintain that legal quorum, then SYZ, either you resign, the people work for the sake of peace and let the countries move forward.
and let our people come together, because you have to have the spirit of creating togetherness among the lawmakers. That will make you a speaker. That will make you an energetic speaker. Have control over your colleagues. But when you can't have control over your colleagues and they lose confidence in working with you, definitely, I don't know, you need to resign for the sake of peace. Resign that position and give that position to the people so that the Liberian people can do their business and open election for new speakership.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the people speaking from Mr. Number 3 Weekend.
All right, go ahead.
I basically want to just talk about the resignation for people component. I say you should not resign until it has done undo all that was done illegally by those. Remember, for nothing, his group has honor suspension for also the country ceremony has not received their tariffs and benefits. He will leave all those things in place and resign. He cannot resign until he has done all that was done illegally. Okay, so that's my basic concern. Really, he should not resign until he can undo all those illegal things. They are honor suspension. I don't think they are up to today. They are not even setting up how to get their tariffs and other things and benefits. So he should not resign, let it go in ground until he undo all that was done illegally.
Okay, let's hear from you. Good morning.
Good morning. Once again, information post and historian bound.
Please go ahead.
Historian bound, every warrior still daily is true. Most especially for the history and information you and we can always give. That's when it comes to the both issues. Information books are empty wasted. Just for this thing, just go meeting, just so people people are getting them, people are sending money to us on their phone to just buy their goods and slippers up to that side. Because the tax payment in Liberia. Information books, we are suffering here. But we pretend to be the American country. We don't know we are suffering till you go out. Guess what? It's very fair. When you get to that point, what will a man pay for less things in America or London? Then when you get to the point there, then you gain more than 60% of what you pay for to get out. It's not something a man is doing. We need an improvement into this country. We don't guys at the station that say anything. You can see that our politics is running. Don't really doing the betterment for us.
No, they can wait to go and get effective first before they say yes, that's true.
You all feel that they made it
one officer when the sub be the free, some he got to know how difficult it is. He keep that at and say that's how it's supposed to be.
They didn't make it do it daily. The daily information, the daily history, we are not paying them for it. But we always getting it. They will feel that our politics is running. My God, your child, you will know this type of things are going on in Liberia.
Thank you. Let me say happy wedding anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Aaron Gar. Today, their wedding anniversary.
Okay, Prezo, happy wedding anniversary. And happy birthday to being instructor.
Yeah, being instructor, our powerful, I mean.
Yeah.
You know, she took over the entire internet, she shut it down. Let me talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Nat. And let me say good morning to...
Yeah, sorry, go straight to the point.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Nat. You guys scratched a greater point this morning. I think if the president is listening, you know, take serious action against those hard tariffs that placed on our people when they vote. Or not, normally I tell people that faster negotiations is better than slow down. If the government of Liberia can muster the courage, drop all tariffs, all the hard tariffs on our people, I tell you for free now, Liberia will be basic in the sense of business. People will come here, people will use our food to bring our goods and carry to other countries. That's what it's there. You know that we boom our Guinea economy because most of our people ship that thing to Guinea. And most of those of that money that's going to come here, we come in to Guinea. because the tariff in Guinea is lesser than our tariff here. Most often when our people bring continue here, sometimes they pay more than 5, 6, 7, 8,000 before they can use or continue. So you think the next time the man going Guinea, the man paying 4,000, 6,000, you see the man will use Guinea upwards to bring a boost.
But we all that we're talking about inland port. You know, inland port. All of these things can help. But inland port will be good. But let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brother Weekie and Nath.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Anthony Nyankwi. I call from Johnson Studio. My attention has been drawn to the issue of the House of Representatives. We think we are in serious problem, just as you people are continuing to elaborate. Because the majority block they're talking about, headed by Deputy Speaker, this young man is the long-serving representative in our house since 2006. And under his watch, 2 speakers have been removed. Why I say that? He will mislead the Liberian people by not getting the required number of pressing to remove the elected speaker, only to fool Joseph Boaka and the government that they can remove an Abikofa, knowing fully well that's not the number that can remove people. President Boaka should be aware this man is a wolf in sheep clothing. This man is working for CDC to bring this government down. President Weah took the podium and said they will do everything to bring this government down. Every night, former Representative Gray and others of CDC are on network, saying that they will make sure on this saga will last on the 2029, or else it will blossom into a crisis. I cannot say every night we are in problem. Thank you.
All right, we will hope that at the end of the, for 14 years ago, at the end of the day, we saw reason to, because we were not achieving anything in it. The other person wanted to be the other person, they couldn't be. Even though when we brought them together again, you know, government of inclusion, factional government, you will control this, they still could now work together. They went back, we're fighting. Because one person felt superior, and another person felt that they went off to fight for parking line onto the mansion. Yeah. Men went to park, the men went so money carry their car to park it, put out come by home. Fighting open air, you know, people got killed. So we just repeating some of our history and thinking that we're progressing and that democracy we on. No, we got to do this thing here and see how other people are doing their own. So even if this thing took place in other countries,
and besides, Pastor, we should be leading by
let's copy some of the positive things.
Let's be leading by example.
And yeah, let's be leading by example. Like I was saying earlier, we got the tendency that when this party is leading the country and you see me as a representative, senator, or probably they give you position as minister, if the public say the government fail, you'll find that person that votes himself, we want to exclude himself from the failure of that government.
Sure.
How can you tell me that the CDC-led government failed miserably, but some of you are lawmakers who came from Unity Party, you came from ANC and other people, you stay in government, but the president was removed, his party was removed, but you were there. What did you do to make sure that the government succeed? Now you don't want to. Now, if you tell me that anyone corrupt, and our government or corrupt, President, we are government failed. When you Thomas Fala, you've been there since 2005. You Senator Snow, you've been there since 2005. You know, you start to think on some of them. But the years I put all the people, how now? Because that's the government. When they put on the government, it's inclusive.
Everybody. The 3 branches.
But yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, Weekie.
Sorry, you can't continue. If you want to talk, you move away from your radio.
Sure.
You can't give other type of feedback. Other people listening, it can be so terrible. You want to talk, yes, it's not possible like that. We can't really do it. We'll get you, you'll get us. People will hear you. They will tell you, they'll say, oh yeah, how are you talking? So these are some of the issues. If we just come to government and say, look, you know when you're campaigning, it's on the basis of the party. You're selling your party or you're selling yourself. But when you have won and have come to the public square to serve, you can't take party interest and put it over the country. It's time that everybody put their hands on deck and move the country forward.
Because tomorrow when things succeed, everybody will be claiming the glory.
But people will come to government and come with their political government, stay on there and forget about the national issues that should be addressed. And this thing that when because you're from the opposition and the person with a ruling party, you can't sit to discuss interest of the country. You go to the Capitol building there, you see the House of Representatives, you see the House of Senate, the way you expect them, you say, oh yeah, the two lawmakers from Monterado, from Grand Paso. Once they know that two of them don't have that same view, they'll be forgetting that they're representing the county. They will still be on party line and opinion. So the other person won't go sit down with a different person. The other person won't go sit down on the other side. How do you sit to discuss issues for the district or for the county when you don't want to sit because you feel a man from CDC, you from the other party, two ain't got nothing in common, but you're from the same county, you're senators for the county. So that's how you see we keep failing, because the way we put party business on our head in this country. But with that said, that's how we draw the curtain on this edition of the Morning Ride. Don't forget to go to Marry for Life Healing Center International there in Bonasfan, the tissue area there, where the Marie Margaret Heart Tea is there.
Sure.
Trust me, a lot of you will also gonorrhea of sexual transmitted diseases, stroke, rheumatism, growth, low blood pressure, and all of these things. The guys are there, they can actually take care of it. But we'll talk to you on tomorrow. Until then, have yourself a wonderful time. Weekie Brooks.
And Nathaniel. Good morning.
T. Nicholas Barkley been behind the camera this morning. Goodbye.
Was a serious, historical, and remarkable country. It is Honorable Councillor Jeff Funati Kofa. I understand the peace it comes with. I understand the trauma it comes with. Are there better Rachel Kun? Woman that are forcing children neglected him. That trauma